Great. Okay, we're recording. Okay, I'm going to hit start, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Broadcasting live.
Welcome, everyone.
Hi,
everyone. I love watching that number tick up. Everyone's rushing in from the waiting room. It's so nice to see your names.
Thank you all for joining us today.
Hi, Sheila. Can everybody tell us in chat who you are, if you're a bridesmaid or if you're a bride, and where and when the wedding is? We want to know who's with us.
We'll give you a shout out, especially to our hometowns.
Yeah, we get excited about our hometowns around here. I see Elizabeth, Taylor, Diane, Jessica. Tammy. Did you guys like that cute video that you had when you were in the waiting room? Do you feel inspired?
Oh, we have someone from Germany. Love it.
Cool. Vancouver. Queens, New York.
Montana. Love it. Scotland. Amazing.
It's going so fast. It's hard to see.
Hard to read it. It's flying.
I know. Maine, New Jersey, Seattle. Oh, all of our West Coasters. I want to start out by saying I hope that you're all safe and hanging in.
That's
so upsetting.
Those fires. And then we have storms in the south. It's been quite the weather year, right?
It's been the weather year, I know.
We have
from Kenya. How cool.
Trinidad. Amazing.
Trinidad, Houston, amazing.
The silver lining is that we're all together from all over the world. It's unbelievable.
It's very unbelievable. It's so cool.
Isn't it amazing you can reach so many people around the world now? I love it.
It's amazing. I know. It's amazing. Let's see. We have New York. Okay. If you're just joining us, please continue to tell us who you are and where your wedding is or the wedding that you are in is. And while everyone is joining, I'll just go ahead and get started. So I hope you all enjoyed the video that you watched while you were in the waiting room. I can't wait to make that spread. And if you guys make it, please share it on social and tag us so that we can see. I just want to welcome you and thank you for joining our bridal party bash. We're all so excited that you're here. We have an amazing giveaway happening today, bridesmaid dresses for your bridal party. You can enter by posting your name and the wedding date in the chat, and we will choose and announce the winner at the end of the event, and the winner will get paired with a local retailer so that you can select and get your dresses from one of our bridal retailer partners who works with Morilee. A teeny bit of housekeeping before we get started. So the platform that we're using has a slight delay, so just know that. There's no volume or video for you guys. So if you want to communicate with us, you have to use chat. There's a chat which you're all using right now to enter the giveaway. And you can ask quick little questions in there throughout the event. And we're also going to do a Q&A. So if you have a longer question about your bridesmaid dress shopping experience or a particular style, go ahead and put those in the Q&A. And then you can also upvote other people's questions because we usually can't get to all the questions. So if you vote for the ones you're most interested in, we can be sure to talk about the most relevant topics to the group. And finally, just have a little bit of mercy. We're all at home like you guys. We're not in our offices, and we're doing the best that we can. And finally, before I kick it over to Juliet, I just want to do a cheers and say happy birthday to Madeline. It was her birthday yesterday. So this is really Madeline's birthday party that we're all.
Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Hundreds of your best friends, Madeline.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bridal Fashion Week. I mean, what's better than that? Or month. There we go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have a little recipe on the screen here for the Morilee spritzer. So you can make this during the show while you're watching with us, or save it for later tonight, up to you. But we hope that you'll drink something with us as we watch these beautiful dresses. So we are going to get started with some introductions first and then look at the whole Morilee bridesmaid collection. I'm so excited to see this. I've been a bridesmaid, I think 3 or 4 times. It's all kind of blurring together. And I'm a postponed bridesmaid from this year because my brother's wedding was postponed. So all you postponed brides, I feel for you. 2021 is going to be the best year ever. So we are here with Madeline Gardner, who is the designer behind Morilee, Madeline Gardner. And we're also here with Amy Shea Jacobs of Chandelier Events. And we have something really special for you today. But I'm going to turn it back over to Rachel really quickly so she can tell you a little bit more about Love Stories TV and what we do and what Bridal Fashion Month is all about before we get into it.
Yes, this is our inaugural Bridal Fashion Month. So I'm the founder and CEO of Love Stories TV, and Love Stories TV is a video platform for wedding planning and inspiration. Love Stories TV connects you with the ideas, products, and pros that you're looking for your wedding. And we do that by sharing real wedding videos who tag all of the fashion designers and all of the vendors and all of the venues and all of the styles associated with the wedding. So there's no better way to research the wedding dress style you want to wear or the bridesmaid's dress style you want to wear than by seeing them in real wedding videos and then seeing where those people purchase their dresses in locations that are near to you. So if you are planning your wedding, you are in the right place. And for the first year ever, we are hosting Bridal Fashion Month. So every year, thousands of editors and influencers and industry insiders from all over the world come to New York in the fall and the spring to see designers like Madeline reveal their new collections of bridesmaids' dresses and wedding gowns. Because of the health crisis, designers weren't able to show in person, and so things have to happen online. And so we thought, why not open things up to all of you? So instead of having to wait to see editors post about their favorite gowns, you are getting the same access as those industry insiders. So we are so excited to be doing this event today with Madeline for her bridesmaid's dress reveal. We're going to be doing a wedding dress event also later in Bridal Fashion Month. So make sure you're RSVP'd for that event. And thank you for joining us. We're so excited to have you.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. And thank you all for joining us as well. I'm very excited to show you the new bridesmaids collection. And I hope you love them and that you have your parties with you and that you can choose your gowns. And we're going to give you some ideas to make it really simple for you going forward of how to purchase your gown. We're going to talk about all our great colors and styles and our amazing fit and the comfort of these gowns because they truly are so easy, lightweight, and fun, and you don't them.
So excited. Thank you, Madeline. And I'd love for the audience to get to know both you and Amy a little bit more. So a brief introduction. Madeline Gardner is one of the world's leading designers in bridal, and her brand Morilee Madeline Gardner also does evening wear. We have done so many amazing partnerships with Morilee. She's been on our podcast a few times, so go subscribe and listen to Love Stories Radio if you haven't already. We've got to see her behind the scenes during Bridal Fashion Week in person over the years, and we're thrilled to have her back here with us. And we're also joined by Amy of Chandelier Events, who is an exquisite event planning company based in New York City. So I'd love to ask both of you a few questions before we get into it so the audience can get to know you a little bit better. So Madeline, I'd love to start with you first. Can you tell us a little bit about how you became a bridal designer and how you launched Morilee?
Okay, so I actually started when I was 12 years old. I loved watching old movies and I wanted to go to Hollywood to be the next Edith Head. That was my true goal. But when I graduated from FIT with a design major, and I went to work for a small dress doing cocktail dress. And at the time, lace was really trendy. So I started working with laces, and I just fell in love with, just cutting them up and creating different shapes. And I said, I'm going to try bridal and see if this works for me. So here I am. That's 30 some odd years ago. And when I joined Morilee, we were kind of a smaller company. We only did bridal and bridesmaids. And since then, we've grown into the global brand where we sell in over 80 countries. We make different bridal collections, many here, many in Europe, and bridesmaids and prom and special occasion and quinceañera and it just goes on and on. So it's been a wonderful journey, and I love touching base with all my consumers and all my retailers, and just continuing to grow as a designer by listening to them.
I love that. And you definitely, you can tell that you are a designer who is connected to the people that you're making the products for, which is always just so special. So can you tell us a little bit more about Morilee, the bridesmaid brand? Because a lot of people might already know Morilee, the wedding dress brand, but what sets your bridesmaids brand apart from other bridesmaid gown designers?
Okay, so Morilee actually was founded in 1953. So it's been many years the company started its business. And they've always, so it's kind of in the blood of, right? But we love this because we find that it's a compliment to the bride. We make fabulous, they're really, really comfortable. We use the highest quality fabric, and we really offer such a wide range of styles. So it can work for any type of bride. We offer sizes 0 to 34, no upcharge for the smaller size, the larger sizes. We have many different fabrics. So chiffon are the most trending fabric now. We offer 47 colors and fabrics, 3 of which are brand new colors we're going to show you today. We have velvet in 10 colors. We have English net dresses, caviar mesh, which is a tiny little beaded sequin, chantilly lace gowns, and crepeback satin gowns. So there's a wide range of selection there for colors. And as I said, there's so many different styles, from fit to flare to shorter dresses for party outside or whatever your venue is, to that super elegant black tie look, to a great jumpsuit that can be worn for many different occasions. So the bridesmaids part of our business is really important to us, and we spend a lot of time and energy making sure that we give so much back to our brides and their party.
Thank you so much, Madeline. And thanks everyone for bearing with us with that audio issue. We're all on at-home Wi-Fi, so thanks for your patience, but we know that's fixed, so we'll know for next time. So Amy, I would love to ask you a couple questions. Can you tell everyone a little bit more about Chandelier Events and what your role is?
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me here today. This is a super fun way to spend a Thursday. And congratulations to all the brides and their bridal parties who've joined us. I started Chandelier Events about 14 years ago, and I've been in the industry for over 2 decades. So it's really quite fun for me to spend my days talking to brides and grooms and families about their weddings. I plan an extraordinary number of weddings every year, but I also lead the charge with a lot of other types of events. At Chandelier Events, we do both social and corporate and non-for-profit galas. So it's always fun. It's a combination of design, wonder, all the fun things that everyone loves, what you listen to, what you get to eat, what you get to see, lots of inspiration. But I love the business of weddings also, and helping couples navigate both the options, because there's so many options out there, and knowing what's best for them, and also how to budget their weddings. You know, there's a lot that goes into that, and it feels really good to help people understand what needs to happen over the course of planning, whether we have 16 months or 16 days. Lately, it's been a lot more of the 16 days, and we make that happen. But the whole point is that, you know, love is not canceled right now. And for me, we're finding ways to have weddings and plan weddings in spite of our isolation. And that breeds a whole new creative challenge for us in the wedding industry. And we're really excited to help that day go on no matter what. And working with our brides to find dresses, and their bridal parties to have bachelorette parties and bridal showers, even though we're so often in different countries like we are today. So that's a bit more about what I do at Chandelier. And I love working hand in hand with the brides, especially picking their dresses and helping them to really think through every last detail.
I love that. We heard from one of our event planner friends, Jove Meyer, who called the job of an event planner, you're sort of like the creative director and the producer of the wedding, which is just really fun. So
I'll add one more thing to that. You're also the unofficial therapist. So,
yeah,
you know, so often people ask me if I have a PhD in family therapy, and it just comes from a lot of experience.
Yeah,
in
I
weddings.
know. You can add that to your resume. So how did you get into event planning in the first place? Was it weddings or was it something else that drew you in?
Actually, 2 decades ago, I joined a small company that was a startup called The Knot. I was the head of their PR. So in the year 2000, I joined the .com world of weddings. Until then, weddings were very much focused on magazines and what you got in the pages of a magazine or a book, and other weddings you'd been to. But I joined the world of weddings at the beginnings of the internet, which is crazy because here we are 20 years later on this platform, talking all around the world. So I actually ended up planning weddings on television. That was really my first go at that. So I started planning events on Oprah and The View and The Today Show. And really, like, I call that my unofficial MBA in weddings. I really just learned how to plan weddings. I learned everything about weddings. And then 14 years ago, I decided, after I had my family, to open up a wedding planning and event planning production business, which has grown ever since. And it's been great. I always say I get to plan my own wedding over and over and over again. So I never feel that, even though it's not my wedding, they're all my babies, and I'm sure Madeline feels the same way about her gowns. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So for me, it's great because I've planned the rustic barn wedding. I've planned the ballroom tuxedo wedding. I've planned the destination wedding. I've planned a sleepaway camp wedding with a color war, and rehearsal dinner in the amphitheater. So for me, it's all about helping those couples get to the finish line, but creatively, it's very fulfilling.
I love it. Well, we are so lucky to have both of you here. Remember, if you have questions for these experts, this is your chance to ask them. So make sure you use the Q&A function. I'm going to throw it over to Rachel so we can get this show started. Rach, take it away. Oh, you're on mute, Rach.
Okay, I was just saying that we can't wait to see the collection. And I know everyone's been anxiously waiting. So Madeline, please tell us a little bit about what we're going to see.
Okay, so we're presenting you with our Spring 21 collection of bridesmaids, and they're all very flowy and chic, and I just love all the new necklines. And let's get started. Let's go, and we'll talk through as the dresses show.
Fantastic. Let's take it away and let's roll that video.
Here we go. So we've heard from so many brides that they're wanting shorter dresses because of the different venues that are happening right now. So I've created a hanky hem here, which I absolutely love. And it's so soft and lightweight. And again, this is available in 47 colors. We have lots of
47 is incredible.
And they're just beautiful colors. And I absolutely love using these lightweight linings, lots of stretch. Our girls are loving stretch lining for the comfort factor. And it also creates an easy fit, a really easy fit. This is a beautiful Empire style, true A-line gown. And I'm one of the few people that puts pockets in their chiffon gowns. So I love that the girls can have pockets. We've done some side cutouts to give it a really chic, ready-to-wear look.
We're already seeing the comments fly in about pockets. People love those pockets, as you know.
I wish that there were pockets in all my previous bridesmaids dresses. So, Madeline, good job.
Thank you for the pockets, Madeline. Planners like them too.
Lipstick, tissue, cell phone, whatever you need to put in there. And our girls are loving these strappy necklines, super soft, lots of draping going on, and lots of back detail. So that's really important that we see you from the front and from the back, because most venues really, what everyone is seeing is your back to start. Here's another high-low hemline, really great looking little wrap dress, and a little more shoulder coverage with that flutter sleeve, which is super soft and flowy.
What's this color called, Madeline? I love it.
This is blueberry.
So pretty.
Isn't that?
We're
Totally
looking
with
at
that.
someone is asking about pointing out dresses for girls with bigger busts. So if you see them come down the runway that you think would be good for that, just let us know.
Dress for a bigger bust, because the wrap always looks fantastic, and also with a little bit of shoulder coverage, you get a little more coverage overall. So that's a great one. This is a little bit of a simpler chic dress, and what I've done is tied the strap on top, and you have the strapless neckline but straight across, which is really trending, and just that little cutout detail at the back to give it some more interest. And
I also love the tie straps, which is good for short gals like myself, because I always have to get them tailored. So I love that.
we also, on all dresses with spaghetti straps, they are adjustable at the back. We put like a bra strap feature in there, so they're super easy. They don't need a lot of alterations. I absolutely love this dress. It's such a chic neckline. You have that great cold shoulder look, but that fluttery pop over on top gives it a really modern feel. And again, they all have pockets. And the other thing that our bridesmaids are loving are the slits. So you get to show those great shoes you're wearing.
Madeline, this one also seems like for people looking for more coverage, or like if they have a bigger bust, that seems like a good shape to me.
Yes. This is also a really pretty cocktail length dress. You have your draped bodice. This looks great on everyone. And I've even put draping into shoulder straps. And that has a tie belt. So you can play with that belt. You can tie it at the back. You can tie it at the front. You can really customize your looks with a lot of these gowns. Again, here you have that slit. It just really gives it a more even look. It's fun for dancing. Beautiful.
Did you see this dress on your TikTok? Is this the one from TikTok? Yeah. Madeline's a TikTok star, if you guys don't know.
Yes.
It's a really fun follow.
I love the color of this dress.
Right, this color has been amazing, actually. This one has vertical draping on the bodice and a tie front, and this has a sheared skirt. This also is really pretty for a busty girl because it has a higher neckline and more coverage. Here's our crepe back satin. So I've utilized the crepe side and the satin side here. Very chic look. It's really a beautiful color as well. And you have a halter neckline with the great back detail.
I love the dual fabric. We don't see that in a lot of bridesmaids dresses.
And the colors in this fabric are so chic. The navy looks amazing. Really.
You can totally wear that as evening also, which I love about it.
They're very versatile, and they really are gowns that can be worn again. That's our brand new collection.
Congratulations, they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yay.
So
Madeline,
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
I was just going to start to ask you about the new dressing room feature because we're so excited, but I suspect that's what you were about to say too. So you take it away.
Because I'm so excited about it. So we've redesigned our website during the COVID lockdown. It was a wonderful project to work on and really focus. And hearing from our amazing retailers and so many of our brides and their bridesmaids, you know, with not being able to shop together as a group, we've created the dressing room feature. So you can go into our site, create any dressing rooms as you want. If the bride wants one for her gowns, one for her bridesmaids' gowns, one for her mom's gowns, whatever it is, prom dresses, any of our gowns that we offer to you, you can have your dressing room set up. So we're talking bridesmaids today. So you can go ahead and choose as many styles as you like, share that with your bridesmaids. They can then link this directly to their retailer. and they can go into the retailer who can pull the dresses before you even get there. So if you have to go in individually because of restrictions, or if you go in two at a time, we also offer now on our site book the appointment, which will allow you to book an appointment with your local retailer and then share the dressing room with them. So it's a virtual platform that allows you to offer all these items direct to the store with your party, and then go in and have fun trying on all your dresses.
So something that Madeline and I have talked about before on the podcast, and we talked about recently the other day when we were discussing this new feature, and Juliet and I were just saying how smart we think this is and how it's so reflective of what brides need right now. And, you know, something Madeline was saying that, you know, we agree is that people want choice but direction. So sometimes when you say to bridesmaids, like, wear whatever you want, like, it's actually too stressful. They want to please you as the bride. And so a tool like this is perfect, right? Because you can say, okay, here's my color and choose these styles, or here's my style and choose these few colors. And I think it's a really generous way to help your bridesmaids like have choice, but also know that they're making you happy, which is the point because you're the bride, right?
Right. And it's so nice to see them grouped together as well, because when you go into the dressing room, you're going to see, if you choose 10 dresses, you're going to see all 10 dresses together, and you can visualize how that's going to look on your wedding day. Because when you go into our website and you choose a bridesmaid dress, you can choose the color and the dress changes to that color. So you can put them all in the color and see it that way as well. So there's lots of visuals for you, lots of choices. And we really want to help you to get these all selected and get you into the stores and have fun trying them on.
So, Madeline, I want to hear more about, oh, here it is, the color palette. I know Juliet has some questions about this.
Yeah. So you mentioned there's 47 colors in some of these dresses. Tell us how you came to come up with the idea for these colors. I'm sure it was a lot of research and processing to figure out exactly which colors you would choose for bridesmaids. So tell us about this.
Well, it is. It comes from many different places. So we start with the trend forecast, which comes out of Paris every year, and the color selections. And there's one that also comes out of Italy. And we try to look at those colors and say, okay, what do we think is really going to work for our bridesmaids? And what's going to look pretty when you put it into a group setting or an ombre setting? So that's how we go. We start there and we lab dip and we really tweak it to make sure the color is perfect. We match all our linings to that. And it's just been such a beautiful way to present colors. And also, what's trending now with so many of the bridesmaids parties is this very earthy, organic feel. So they're loving the dusty colors and pink, whether it's a pink, a blush, or a natural color. Even this beautiful spice that's behind me has been trending so well. And you can see how beautifully it works with Bordeaux. So you have so many options. You can tie them all together. And most of the underlying colors work as groups. So it's really easy. And these are our new colors that you have at the bottom there. So we have Bloom, Buttercream, and Sorbet. And as you can see, if you wanted to make a pretty story, you can add the Sorbet right here into the mix. And it works so well. So you can be really playful with all these colors.
And now I think it's the majority of bridal parties are doing this sort of mismatched but cohesive color story. It's not usually just one. And I think you've made it really easy for people to pick and choose, because that's one of the biggest questions that we see is, how do I choose a color story for my bridal party? So thank you for making it easier for us.
I think it's so important to allow the bridesmaids to choose their style as well, because we all have different body types, different personalities. And I really feel that when your bridesmaids feel great in the dress they've chosen, it's going to reflect in all your photos, and they're going to have a wonderful time at the party as well.
Happy bridesmaids, we always say, make the wedding, right? Because that's their job. They're your hype people. And like, if they feel good in their dress and their hair and their makeup, they're going to be more fun. And the more fun the bridal party's having, the more fun the wedding is. So you are, you know, just helping to make weddings great all over the world, Madeline.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with that.
So let's get into questions. Let's see. Okay, we're getting a lot of questions, as always, about sizing. So tell us what sizes the bridesmaids' dresses come in, and if you have certain styles that you recommend. We talked about bigger busts, but for girls who are thinking about sizing, someone asked about big busts, and also they said, what about someone who wants a little more coverage behind? So tell us a little bit about your sizing.
Okay, so our offer sizes 0 to 34. So there's a huge range of sizes there. I think most importantly is to go with a dress that you're comfortable in, number one. We do have lots of V-neck styles, lots of high neck styles. So for the bustier girls, you have a lot of choices. I'm just showing you the new collection now, but we have so many styles running. I'm sure you have over 100 to choose from on our website. So you can go back and they all work together, which is the greatest thing. We even have some with embroideries if you want it to be a little bit more ornate, and the sequins, the caviar mesh, for those of you that want that glitter in the wedding party. But also if you're more petite, we have lots of dresses that work so well, the empire or the little strappy gown. As I mentioned earlier, we have the adjustable straps on all our straps, so that you don't have to worry about pulling those up or them falling down, and you don't have to have them altered either. So there's a wide range of styling, and really for every body type out there. And I will tell you this, our fit is incredible, and all our sizes are true to their measurements.
Love that. Thank you, Madeline. This is a really sweet question. Somebody asked, what's your favorite part of being a part of a bride's special day?
Oh, goodness. It actually brings me so much joy. It's the most rewarding thing I can ever talk about, because it's such a memorable day, and to be a part of all these events, which Amy, I'm sure you feel the same way. It's such a memorable moment, and to just be a part of something that people are going to look at that photo for their life, their grandchildren are going to look at those photos and admire the dresses, and it's just always been so special. Even being in a store and helping a bride and her bridesmaids choose their gowns, it just brings me so much joy. I can't even explain that to you.
I actually cry happy tears at my clients' weddings. And it's a different moment when you send a bride down the aisle, like after all that, and they're just off, that's a magic moment. I even get goosebumps thinking about it. Or when they're dancing on the dance floor and they're having like this moment with everyone that they love and who loves them back, or they're like, this is the best thing ever that we had Oreos as our wedding cake, like whatever it might be. It is deeply satisfying, but regardless, it's always different, but I always cry. Because I feel like I'm contributing something to their life that they'll never forget.
Exactly.
That's so sweet. And you are. Madeline, we're getting some questions about finding retailers. So I think that, can you talk a little bit about that? And, as you said at the beginning, like, the partnership with the retailers is so important, right? Because shopping for wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses is totally different than any kind of shopping you've ever done before. You don't just walk in and buy something off the rack. The people who work at bridal salons, those stylists, are so knowledgeable. They are like there to help you with everything. So talk a little bit about that. If you're making a virtual dressing room for your bridal party, where do you start with finding a retailer?
Okay, so on our website, you can go to the store locator where you can put in an address or your zip code, and all the retailers that represent the Morilee collection will come up. You can book your appointment directly there, and you can find, again, you can share that dressing room with them, which is an incredible thing. But Rachel, you are so right. They are the experts in helping you choose the perfect gown. They're so knowledgeable. They know our collection as well as we know our collection. So they can pull the dresses that they think will work best for your body type. You just have to give them a little bit of direction with color and styling and about your venue, and they will help you through the whole process. But they are truly our best partners, and we love working with all of them, and they are there to help you from start to finish. So it's not only choosing the dress, it's making the dresses perfect on you, making sure your alterations are done. It's pressed and steamed and ready to go on that day.
Love it. Okay, we have some specific questions about color stories. I told you, brides want to know how to pick their colors. So this is a good one. What colors do you recommend for a June wedding where the theme is Enchanted Wildflower Meadow? I love that, how specific.
Well, I would start with the earthy tones.
Yeah.
So ochre or something champagne-y, and then go into these beautiful spice colors or a new sorbet, because starting with the pale, going into these orangey, earthy colors would be fabulous kind of setting.
I also think that you could do blue, which I know like a pale blue, because when I'm in a room that's very earthy and enchanted and green, because it's a spring wedding, right?
Yes.
I like to call on some like other tones, like the sky. So it's almost like a surprise. So I like a pale blue in an earthy, enchanted environment.
I really, any of them will work. It's a matter of choice and what your love is. So whatever you're leaning towards, those are the best. That's the best way to go.
Okay, we have another color question. So this person's saying their colors are navy and gray, which seems simple. Any suggestions on how to tie in some of the other colors in the dresses where it doesn't clash or seem overwhelming?
With navy and gray? Interesting. I always honestly, I like adding black there, and I also like adding champagne there, because I feel like it creates this wide range of color. And the grays, we have different tones of gray. So you can go pale gray to dark gray, and then you can do a navy with a lighter blue. It depends on how many obviously are in your bridal party, but you can really play with that a lot. And gray is trending now, very much so.
So we're going to play the video again while we continue our Q&A, just so you guys can see the dresses again. And I just want to remind you that the new bridesmaid styles are going to be on the Morilee website this evening. So don't forget that we'll be sending you an email after this with all the information you need, how to find a retailer, a video of this presentation. But you're definitely going to want to go to the site this evening to make sure you can see all of those new styles. Madeline, people are asking about, as always, tailoring. So getting your dresses shortened or adding embellishments, and, you know, sort of what, if there's particular styles you recommend that tailor well for different heights. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Right. Well, all our dresses are very easy to be hemmed. And here's where the retailer is very important as well, where they'll come in and make sure that you go to an alteration specialist and that it's done properly. I always suggest when you're trying on your gowns, make sure you have the shoes that you're going to wear that day and whatever undergarments you're going to be wearing that day, because that's really important. But they are very easy to alter. The straps are adjustable, the sleeves are adjustable, some are removable, so you get two looks from the dresses, which is really nice as well. But I would suggest definitely going to someone who has experience with the alterations to make sure they're done right.
Someone was asking an interesting question about tips for virtual appointments. I think because some states are open and some aren't. Madeline, do you have any tips on how to navigate virtual appointments for wedding dresses or bridesmaids dresses?
You know, many of our retailers are doing virtual appointments, and we even have on the website. So if you go to the store locator, you can see who in your area is doing the virtual. And there's many different ways they're doing it. So some do it completely virtual through a Zoom call or a platform similar to what we're using. Or some will let you send the dresses, your choices, through the dressing room to them, and they'll actually send you the dresses to try on. So I would suggest choosing whichever one you're more comfortable with. And I have to say, the retailers have been amazing. They have their consultants putting the dresses on for the brides in the store while they're on the virtual platform, so they can actually see what they look like on a body, which is truly amazing. Another thing I just wanted to mention, this is something we have coming up in the next few months, because so many people, it's all directed by color. So we're starting a new offering to all our bridesmaids where they can order a swatch directly from us. So you can actually have the swatch in hand when you go into the retailer as well. And that's coming up in the next few months. You'll be able to order that directly from the Morilee website.
We were actually getting a question about swatches, so you read my mind. The other question I want to ask you, and then we're going to ask Amy for some bridal party event tips. A lot of people have had to change their wedding date, right? Yeah. So originally they had a certain season in mind, or maybe even a certain venue in mind, and they're changing. So, and some people who haven't bought dresses yet are thinking about this. So are there colors, Madeline, that you think are particularly versatile for someone who's worried they might buy them with a fall wedding in mind and end up with a spring wedding?
I think you can still go with your original choice of color no matter what time of year, but you can change it by accessorizing the dress differently. If you've gone from summer to winter, you can add a little jacket. We do offer chiffon jackets and other accessory items, or you can change a belt. You can also change the color of the flowers because that changes everything, right?
I was going to say that. Like if you have a coral dress, that's going to play very well in summer with those, pastels or even the brights. But if you are wearing coral in the fall, it's very easy to make that fall by adding dahlias and burgundies and greens and going in those deeper hues. So don't, and this is a very real question because I've had to move several weddings. And there are certain colors, I think, going with the earth tones, they work year round, or gray or navy or black. I have a lot of bridesmaids who wear black. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And that black dress in your collection is awesome. I love it. Although I know many do come in that color, but it's very easy to change without having to completely make a left turn on your wedding.
And so, Amy, let's segue to talking a little bit about, what brides are thinking about when they're planning right now. And there's so many aspects, and you deal, across the spectrum. But let's talk about bridal party because, that's why we're here. So what are a couple of tips that brides who are wedding planning right now amidst the current climate can be thinking about when they might be doing a lot of the communication with their bridesmaids online? Some of the events might be online, shopping, fitting, everything is a little bit more challenging. So what are, one or two tips that you've been giving your brides and grooms about planning with their bridal parties right now?
I actually think in some ways, look, virtual conferences and Zoom and platforms like this have been around pre-COVID. It's just now we're all kind of adopting them. So I think number one, using these tools and setting up opportunities for brides to be in touch with bridesmaids. I saw one of our brides here has bridesmaids in 3 different countries. This is an awesome opportunity to work with somebody like Madeline and Morilee, who's created this virtual dressing room and seeking out all these new virtual tools that are being invented to help with the planning process. For me, if you are getting married and you're looking at venues, there are now virtual tours of venues. I wish virtual tours of venues existed before this, because often, the way we would do things is we would look at all these venues and then we'd book a full day, 2 days, 3 days to go and actually take off of work, which is kind of impossible these days, to go and have these meetings and go look at venues. Now you can do that with your bridal party. You can do that with your parents. Often, we're all separated from the decision makers, if there are parents involved in planning. You can get everyone together to do fly-throughs of venues before you go and set up those appointments and really narrow things down before you get out there and start doing things in person where that's possible. And the same thing goes for, shopping for bridal party gowns. Pick a color. And then, I love the idea of mixing and matching styles and saying, hey, we're all wearing rosewood, but here's my virtual dressing room with 5 styles that I love that fit all different shapes and sizes of your body. If you have a busty bride or you have a body type that's tall and skinny with no chest, they can both find something that they're going to love and something that you love and that you've already approved. And that's always been what I've said is great. But I agree, Madeline, it's also fun to offer options of different colors and not being so wed to things being cookie cutter. So those are my virtual planning tools. And as far as virtual bridal showers and bachelorette parties, we're doing them all the time. It's awesome. I actually have a company where we do virtual bridal showers and bachelorette parties, and we're doing wine tastings, we're doing cocktail and mixology classes, we're doing cooking classes, we're sending things either in advance. So if you would like, we could, put together a box with all different cocktail mixes and bring in a mixologist to make cocktails with you, or do a bread making class or a painting and Pinot Noir class. You can do all those things via these platforms, and that's really fun because often somebody can't come to a bridal shower, and now all of a sudden everyone can be there, and that's really exciting for us. And the same with your weddings. I think zooming out your weddings is going to be something that is here to stay. I don't think it's just a trend or a need.
I agree.
Whether you have two people or 200, I think the virtual layer is here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Thank you, Amy. So you'll notice in the Q&A section, or I believe at the top of your screen, there's the JPEG of the color palettes. You can download that, save it, have all of the beautiful colors available as you're architecting your own bridesmaids party. And I think it's now time to get into the giveaway winner. So just to clarify, if you win today, lucky you, you will be paired up with a retailer close to you so you can easily arrange the dresses for your bridal party. Madeline, are you ready to announce the winner? Should we give you a drum roll?
The winner is Nadia Hawkins. Her wedding is March 13th of 2021 in Montgomery, Alabama. Congratulations, Nadia.
Hey, Nadia. Can't wait to see your beautiful dresses and your wedding.
Please message us through Instagram or wherever you can. We want to see what color you choose, and I want to see your girls in their beautiful gowns. I can't wait.
That's my favorite part, is when we announce the winners. It's so exciting. So Madeline, what else before we close? What else do you want to tell everyone about the new collection? Is there any questions that didn't get asked and that you want to make sure everybody knows? What are some things we want to leave everybody with?
I just think it's really important to know that during this time, it is a bit challenging. It's different, as Amy said, but we do have so many different platforms and so many wonderful people in the industry that are here to help you and get you through the whole process from start to finish. And just have fun with it. Really embrace the moment, have fun with colors. Just get everyone around you that you love and make sure that everyone's looped into the events and make it as special as ever.
Absolutely. And as Amy said, events like this, help people do that. So we want to just thank everyone again for coming. We had so much fun. And just as a reminder, download that color palette handout, because that's going to really help you. Everyone who registered for today's event, we're going to send you an email, and the email will have the video of what you saw today, which includes the video of all of the dresses. And we will be linking you back to a place where you can see photos of all the styles and find a retailer and learn more about this new virtual dressing room tool. And as Madeline said, if you have any other questions, you can email bff@lovestoriestv.com, or you can DM Madeline on Instagram. The Morilee team is amazing and they will help you. And if you asked a question here today and we didn't get to it, we'll be sending all these questions back to Madeline's team. So they'll be able to learn about some of the things you asked and get in touch with you or share them on Instagram. So make sure you're following Madeline and Morilee on Instagram and on TikTok. We put that link to TikTok as well. And also make sure that you register for our wedding gown event that we're hosting with Madeline. Do you want to give maybe a little preview of what we're going to see there so everyone can make sure to register for that? I'll pin the link here as well.
So it's going to be so much fun. We're going to be styling the gowns for you. So we're going to show you how to take a gown really from the backyard to the ballroom and all the different ways you can wear these dresses and gowns. And we're going to have some experts with us as well that day. So sign up now, join us. It really is going to be fun, and it's during New York Bridal Fashion Month. It used to be New York Bridal Fashion Week, but now we have a whole month to celebrate our new collection.
Absolutely. And Amy, can you tell everybody where they can follow you on Instagram as well, so that if they have more tips for you or want to follow up on anything you talked about today?
Absolutely. So you can follow me and my team at Chandelier Event. So CHANDELIER event, no S, at an Instagram. We are launching a TikTok. So Madeline, we have some big shoes to fill on your side of things. Our virtual events company is called Don't Let the Day Go By. So, but I've tagged that on my Instagram. So if anyone has any questions, if you're worried about, you know, what to do with your wedding date right now, we are here to help you in any which way we can.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Madeline. Happy birthday again. Thank you,
Thank you,
Amy.
One final cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Happy Fashion Month.
Happy Bridal Fashion Month. We'll see you soon for Madeline's wedding gown event.
Bye. Thank
Cheers.
Bye.